Hello everyone, and you are welcome to my new video. And today in this video you will learn to create one Twitter login page using HTML and CSS. I have added one description and two buttons, one input box, one next button. And now let's start this video. This is my folder structure. This one index.html file and this one is CSS file. And let me open this images folder, and I have added three images. You can download these images. Now let's come back and let me open this file with your text editor. I am using Visual Studio Code and you can use another one also. So let's open these files. So this one is index.html file. I have added some basic HTML structures, and another one is CSS file. So this one is CSS file. I have added margin, padding, font family and box sizing. Now let's come back on the HTML file, and I have added one link tag to connect the HTML file with the CSS file. Now come to the body tag, and here let's create one class name login box. So this one is login box. So in this login box, let's create one image. So let's remove this alternative, it's not need. So let's add one image file path. So my image is in the images folder. So let's add one folder images, and in this images I have added one logo. So logo.png. So let's add one class name also. The class name is logo. That's it. After adding this, let's comment it because we should hide this one, and just copy the class name login box. Let's come to the CSS file. So here, before adding the login box, let's add one body. So in this body, let's add some CSS property like background. So let's set the background color. Background color is this color code. Save the changes, and after that let's come back on the HTML file. Just minimize it. Let me open your HTML file with your browser. I am using Google Chrome, and you can see one light Twitter color background over here. And after that, copy the class name login box and come to the CSS file, and here paste it the login box class name. To design the class name, let's add some CSS property for this box. So let me type some CSS property. So background is white color, and let's add one padding. Padding is 30 pixel top and bottom, and left and right it will be 120 pixel. So and another one is with this 100%. It means you can see the login box as a 515 pixel. Change it to 550 pixel, and the position is absolute. And after adding this position, let's set the top and left. So top is 50% and left is 50%. And let's add one transform. Transform is translate minus 50% and minus 50 percentage. It means x axis and y axis. Let's set the text align. Text align, it will be center, and the border radius is 10 pixel. It means you can see the box has a light round shape, so all the text are coming center. That's why I have added text align. After adding this, let's refresh your web page, and you can see one white color box in your center of the web page. Now we have to place all the content in this box. And after adding this, let's come back on your HTML files and let's remove this comment. So I have added one image tag. The class name is logo. So now we need to design it. To design this logo, just copy the class name logo and come to the CSS file and place it here. Before this logo, let's set the width 30 pixel, margin bottom it will be 20 pixel. it means margin from the bottom. You can see one Twitter logo in the center of the web page. Now let's come back and come to the HTML file, and below this image let's add one title. The title is sign into Twitter. That's it. And save the changes and refresh your web page. You can see this sign into Twitter text. To design this text, let's come back on the HTML file, and I have added h2 in the login box. So to design it, let's come back on the CSS file, and here let's type dot login box h2. So margin bottom is 20 pixel. It means margin from the bottom. You can see some spaces over here. Come to the HTML file, and after this h2 we should create two buttons. So first one is Google and second one is Apple button. So first button is let's add button, and in this button let's add one image tag. Let's add one image path, images folder, and google.png. Now let's type sign in with Google in the for the Google, and another one is sign in with Apple. So let's type sign in with Google. Now just copy it and place it second one also. So this one, change it as, instead of Google let's add Apple. That's it. After adding this, let's refresh the web page. You can see two buttons with the icon. Now we should design these two buttons. To do that, let's come back on the HTML file, copy the class name login box. Let's type button, and in this button let's add one image. To design the image, let's add width. With this 18 pixel, it becomes very small, and margin from the right side, right, it will be 10 pixel. Now just copy this class name login box button, and for this login box button we have two buttons. So we will set the CSS property for both these two buttons. So with this 100% padding from the top and bottom is 10 pixel, and left and right it will be 0 display flex, because we should align all the items to the center, and align item is center, justify content center. Margin, it will be 20 pixel top and bottom, and left and right it will be 0. And now we should align the border. So border radius is 30 pixel, it will become a round shape, and background color is, we don't need background color, that's why I have added transparent. And border, we will set one size 1 pixel, color is has 999, it's a solid format. And let's add font weight 500, it's some bold color, and cursor is pointed. After adding this, let's refresh the web page. You can see two buttons, it looks very nice. And let's come back on the HTML file, and after this button let's add one HR tag, it means one line. After this HR, let's add one span, so span text is or. Now we need to design this HR and the span tag. To design this HR and span tag, let's add one login box and HR. Let's set the one border, we don't need border, that's why I have added 0, and height is 1 pixel. And for this height, let's set the background. So background color is this color code, has C2, and margin 5 pixel from the top and left, right, bottom. After adding this, save the changes, and let's refresh your web page. You can see one light color border line, and we need to design this OR. To design this OR, come to the HTML file and you can see OR in the span tag. So we should align this span. So dot login box span. For this span, let's type display block, and let's add one, set the width. So width is 40 pixel. Now we will change it margin is auto, so it will automatically align the items with the center. Let's set the font size 14 pixel and the background color is white color. Margin from the top is minus 16 pixel, and it will move the all the OR some little bit up. That's it. You can see one OR in the center of this line. After adding this, let's come to the HTML file. Now we will create one form. So remove this action, we don't need that. And in this form, let's set the one input box. So input type is text, placeholder. So placeholder is phone, email or username. So let's set the phone, comma email or username. And this placeholder is required. So let's add one function called required. So without this filling the input box, it don't allow to submit. And after that, let's set the button text is next. That's it. Let's refresh the web page. You can see one input box and one button. We need to design these two things. So to design this input box, let's come to the CSS file, and here type dot login box input. Here I have added one width. With it means the full size of input box, and the background is, we don't need background, that's why I have added transparent. The border size is 1 pixel, so the input border size is 1 pixel. Border color is has triple nines. It is the solid format, and outline we don't need, that's why I have added 0. You can add none also. Padding is top and bottom is 15 pixel, left and right is 10 pixel, radius is 4 pixel, it's coming like round shape. Margin top and bottom is 10 pixel, and left and right it will be 0. That's it. After adding this, save the changes and let's refresh the web page. You can see this input box. Now let's come back on the CSS file. Now we should design the placeholder. Let's type placeholder with the double colon mark. For this placeholder, let's set the font weight and color. So font weight is 500, it's become little bit bold, and color is this color code has 8E, 8C, 8C. After adding this, let's refresh your web page. You can see the changes, and come to the CSS file and type dot login box form, because we should design these two things. Let's set the one background. So background color and font color is, the background color is black and the font color is white, and we don't need border, so let's add 0. Margin from the bottom is 15 pixel. Now we have successfully designed the next button. Now let's come back on the HTML file, and here after this form closing tag, let's set one option forget password. To do that, let's type one button tag. In this button, let's add one forget password. So forget password. After this forget password, let's add one p tag. In this p tag, let's add don't have an account, and after that, let's add one anchor tag. For this anchor tag, let's add one sign up and add one hashtag. After adding this, let's refresh your web page and you can see this link. Let's come back on the HTML file. We should align this button and p tag. To design this p tag, let's come back on the CSS file and here dot login box and let's add one p tag. Now let's type text align. Text align, it will be left and set the color. Color is this color code and margin. Margin is top 40 pixel, bottom 0 and left and right it will be 5 pixel. That's it. And we should align this anchor tag also. So to do that, just copy this login box p and place it here and type a. So text decoration none, color is this color code, font weight it will be bold. Now let's come back on your web page. You can see the description and one the sign up button without the link. So this is the how we can easily create the Twitter login form using HTML and CSS. I hope in this video will be helpful for you. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like, share this video and also subscribe to my channel, Inspect YouTube channel, to watch more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching this video.